Hey Keith, so it's turkey season.
Go.
As Americans, we love Thanksgiving. That's my personal favorite holiday. But talk to me about what is it, halal turkey? Can a Christian eat that? Can a Christian eat that?
Paul tells us when he's writing to the Corinthians, because they had that situation in the Corinthian church. The Corinthian city had multiple temples in it, and they were sacrificing a lot of animals to their fake gods. Artemis, Athena, Diana, they're different names for the same god, but they're temples, and they were sacrificing animals, and the people that were living there would be able to get lots of free sacrificed animal meat. It was like a barbecue bonanza. And when they came to the Lord, when they became Christians, there was the question in the church, can we continue to get this really inexpensive barbecued meat and eat it, or do we have to give it up because it was sacrificed to a pagan god? Now, Paul never referred to anything that they were eating as unclean or unholy, and so we're not talking about snakes or animals that would never be unclean. We're talking about goats and lambs and sheep and cows, things that would have been okay to eat if it wasn't sacrificed in the temple. But Paul told them, if you're a baby Christian and you have a problem with it, then you need to stay away from it. If you're a mature Christian and someone doesn't like it when you eat that meat, then you stop doing it so you don't cause a problem in their life. But that's one of the reasons why Christians pray first, is because of the instructions of the Apostle Paul. He says, pray about it, bless it. Don't worry about the fact that it's been sacrificed to an idol, because we know those are not real gods. They're idols. They're made of wood and stone. And as a believer that follows the one true God, Jehovah, you don't have to be subject to that. You don't have to be in fear. But if it causes a problem, you need to be willing to give it up, because the Corinthian people were relying on that to supply their needs. They weren't ranchers. They weren't farmers. They didn't have their own cattle. And so it was like really inexpensive. And so today we say, well, we don't have to worry about that. And the Bible doesn't tell us about the idol stuff that Paul was talking about. But we do have that example, because there's a term, it's called halal. And it's animals that are sacrificed under the rules of Islam, and they are sacrificed to Allah. And farmers, ranchers, producers are under pressure because they want to produce food that they can sell to the Muslims. And the Muslims are not supposed to eat any animals unless they have been sacrificed to Allah. And so they're sending imams into the slaughterhouses. There's been a big brouhaha. Butterball Turkey, which sells the most turkeys in America for Thanksgiving, has bowed to the pressure, and they are letting imams into the slaughterhouses to say prayers over the turkeys as they're being prepared for Thanksgiving dinners around the country. And some Christians say, oh, I could never eat a butterball turkey because it's been offered to an idol. And it is the exact same pattern that Paul was dealing with in the city of Corinth in Greece. As believers, we can pray and say, Lord, we're going to give this thanks to you. We're going to eat this turkey, and we're going to be thankful for all that you've done in America and in our lives. And we're not going to worry about the fact that there was an Islamic imam that prayed over this bird before it was sacrificed. Or if someone has a problem with it, then I would suggest you find a turkey that is not halal, that has not been sacrificed, and purchase that if you have the choice. But it's not a sin to eat a butterball turkey that has the mark of halal on it. If the Lord hasn't told you to stop doing it, then it wouldn't be a problem. But just because a fake god has been prayed to before that animal died doesn't mean, as believers, we have to stop and be afraid of what that means to us.
So for me, I'm gonna throw myself out there. I wouldn't eat it just because I don't support and like Muslims. So that's a problem with my own wicked heart, not with my faith, right? Like some people want to throw our faith and say, oh, because I'm Christian, I wouldn't do it. But
right, we're not going to say that you're sinning or that somehow you're not a Christian if you eat something. But if I tell you that Norbest Turkey donates huge amounts of their money to abortion, then which is worse? Eating a product that supports evil and wicked and murdering babies, or a product that has prayed to and offered up the sacrifice to the fake god, or basically it's the god of Lucifer, because Islam is a religion of Lucifer. It has nothing to do with God of the universe or Jehovah. It is a complete fake, and Islam doesn't lead to God, it leads to Satan, to Lucifer. So you have your choice, but it's just about being informed. Find out where your products come from, find out who produces them, find out what they do with their money. There's another organization, and the reason it came up is because October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you may have seen football teams wearing pink. And that's for the Susan G. Komen organization, which is a national organization, and they raise money for breast cancer awareness in America. But what a lot of people don't realize is when they donate money to that organization, they think they're giving it for breast cancer research, and a large percentage of that money goes directly to abortions.
Oh, wow.
So saying, I want to be woke, I'm going to wear pink, whatever, I'm going to wear the little pink ribbon, that all sounds really good. But when you find out that they give millions and millions and millions of dollars to Planned Parenthood so that women can kill their babies, then maybe you shouldn't be part of that pink campaign that they have every year in October. So just do your homework, do your research, and then pray about it, because nobody's going to be thrown in the lake of fire because they had a butterball turkey that was sacrificed to a pagan god. If God tells you not to eat it, then don't eat it, but that's not enough reason, because we're supposed to pray over it and let the Lord bless it and decide for us whether it's something we stop or start or find something else to eat.